Good morning, and this is Studio 5 going live. Outside broadcast very, very briefly. I've been asked by quite a lot of people, well, many, some, a few private messages to see where I work and the studio and a bit more of my sort of working environment. Well, this is the outside, and then we'll go inside. So very briefly, we first of all come onto some types of tray, that sort of thing. And this is the space. Bits of work going on at the moment, which is cool. Try keep busy, etc., etc. So we'll do it anti-clockwise, I suppose. Bits of computer, reference books, the old guillotine, board chopper. This is what I laughingly call cloth corner. I've got more type in there as well, and where I keep my adhesives and that sort of things. So in the adhesives, we've obviously got the more traditional glues. This is why I've got zebra near it, you see, because it's animal derivative. Gorilla glue for those all-important jobs, reversible, universal, even Fevicol. There you go. Then moving along, we've got work that I've got to do for customers and clients and that sort of thing. And recently I've been working on a book which we'll see later on, which is part of the Icon series, number 2, Charlie Chaplin. I've been doing quite a lot of sewing there. And just underneath there, tucked away underneath the workbench, is, of course, my laying press, cuisine corner, for want of a better name, the nipping press, and then just down below it in pieces, and we can just see that just down there, is a standing press, which I will one day get up. I used to use it quite a lot. And for those of us who are familiar with the Arthur Johnson Manual of Hand Bookbinding by Thames and Hudson, I should be on 10%, there's a photograph of a standing press, and that is the standing press that Arthur Johnson used to use. I acquired it from London College of Printing when they were closing down. Further along, we've got a fridge which keeps glares and stuff in. Then the old Kobo blocking machine, more books, work on the bench, stuff happening. I tend to work, separate benches for separate jobs and then go for it. And this is where I do the majority of my work. This is my sort of bench. Up on the mezzanine, the big shelf, rolls of cloth, leathers, bits and bobs that I use, that sort of thing, print racks, etc., etc., etc. And the occasional birdcage. Why not? You've got to have one, and why not make it two? And so that's where I sort of do my work and everything else. And quite fortunate in a way, I suppose, because I've just finished a binding, part of the Icon series, which this is Charlie Chaplin. And you'll be the first to see it, I suppose. This is the box. I'm still making it, and we can actually physically see. Just get rid of my glove. Bear with me 1 second. We can see that the box has been sort of halfway made, which is cool. And I really like making boxes. I get great satisfaction out of making a nice box. So basically what it is, it's a 2-tray drop-back box. I know some people refer to it as a clamshell. Sounds a bit fishy to me. But basically... this is it, and I like the opening. And this has got no magnets or anything in it, but you can see the really nice opening and closing we have there. It's really quite cool. Anyway, for me, the box is the theatre, the opening curtain for the theatre of the book, and I put as much work into the box as possible. You'll notice that you see all the pressure lines and everything from the fabric underneath. That is on purpose. That's so that we get the idea of a non-flat surface, which ties in with the actual binding itself, and the design goes all the way around. So we can see that as well. And it ties in with the book itself, which is Charlie Chaplin. Some of you who've been following me on Facebook and my blog site will realise that I've been working on this for some time, and that's the finished book. And then we can see all the various bits and bobs, stuff relating to his life. And then on the backboard, we have this. So you can see how the box ties in with the binding, and the binding ties in with the box. And then why not? Let's have a look inside. Then we've got the various prints that I've been doing, and this is all hand printed. And it's a really, sort of going through aspects and elements of his life, his film. Finally, the latter part of his life, his marriages and that sort of thing there. So that's really quite cool. Really enjoyed working on this book, and the client, it's a commission, the client is very happy with it as well, which always helps. So that will go down. Nice. And that's it. So that's what's on the bench at the moment. That's what I'm working on. yeah, bits and bobs. Anyway, thank you all very, very much indeed. I hope that everybody's going to be safe and happy, etc., etc., etc. Be well, wear protection at all times. Thank you, and this is Studio 5 going live. Bye-bye.